Today on People Now, new developments surrounding that dog that died in the overhead bin on a United Airlines flight.
Ellen DeGeneres gets personal about her depression after coming out and why she felt hurt by Elton John.
A missing Nobel Prize winner is found, his wife's body discovered at an Illinois landfill. We'll tell you what happened.
Surprisingly, the toughest part was she's in a lot of water in this film.
Swimming with sharks, jumping out of planes, it's all in a day's work for Alicia Vikander on the set of the new Tomb Raider.
She's my biggest cheerleader, but she's also like my biggest humbler.
Country heartthrob Scotty McCreery can't wait for his wedding day. He really is off the market, ladies. Get over it.
And Jon Huertas tells us what he loved about that This Is Us season finale.
All today on People Now. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to People Now. Great to see you, and of course, lots to get to today.
I know. But first, we are very excited for Fixer Upper stars Chip and Joanna Gaines to welcome baby number 5 later this year.
I'm also stressed out for them.
We know they're expecting a boy. We can't help wondering what the bundle of joy will be named. The baby will join daughters Emmy and Ella and sons Drake and Duke. So notice the trend there. The boys all have D names.
Ah, there you go. So in a poll posted by People over the weekend, Twitter users voted for one of 4 name options for the couple's newest bundle of joy. Yes, Dane, Donovan, Deacon, or Chip's personal choice, Dragon. Deacon won by a landslide.
I'm actually surprised that Dragon didn't win, because you know how people love
to troll it, right?
Yeah, love to troll it. Well, we want to know that what D name do you think Chip and Joanna Gaines should pick? You can choose one of these or make up your own.
Yeah, you can tweet us at People using the hashtag People Now. Maybe they're watching. Maybe they will listen to your suggestion.
Maybe.
It changes
Maybe
the course
a better D name.
Family's history. All right, get your answers soon. But first, we begin with this. Here's what you need to know and what's trending for today. A criminal investigation has been launched into the death of the dog who was placed in an overhead bin on a United flight on Monday. The Harris County, Texas District Attorney's Office said its Animal Cruelty Division is investigating the death of 10-month-old French Bulldog, Coquito. Now, when the plane, which took off from Houston, landed in New York, Catalina Robledo and her 11-year-old daughter, Sophia, discovered their beloved Coquito was dead after they say they were ordered to place him and his pet carrier in the overhead bin because it was blocking part of the aisle. Now, in a statement, the DA's office says prosecutors won't decide if criminal charges will be filed until the investigation is fully completed. Meanwhile, United Airlines maintains that the flight attendant who ordered the passenger put the carrier in the overhead bin did not, quote, hear or understand that there was a puppy inside. But the airline has taken full responsibility for the tragedy. United adds that beginning in April, it plans to issue bright-colored bag tags to customers traveling with in-cabin pets. This visual tag will further help flight attendants identify them. Makes a lot of sense. All right, on to this. A Nobel Prize-winning chemist's wife is dead while he has been located alive but confused 200 miles away from where they live. 82-year-old Professor Eish Negishi and his 80-year-old wife, Sumide Negishi, were reported missing on Monday in Indiana, but the following day, police discovered the professor wandering along a road near the Orchard Hills landfill in Illinois. Now, after organizing medical treatment for the professor, who was later hospitalized, Ogle County Sheriff's deputies then found Aish's vehicle and Sumide's body at the landfill. This according to the department press release. Now, while authorities are investigating her death, they said foul play was not suspected. Sumide suffered from Parkinson's disease. Despite the ongoing investigation, family members released a statement to local news station WTHR describing what they know to have happened. They say the couple was trying to get to a nearby airport and ran off the road when they got lost. They went on to say this: Sumide Negishi was traveling with her lifelong partner and husband, Aish Negishi, who was apparently suffering from an acute state of confusion and shock. They go on to say, in part, the car was stuck in a ditch and determined to be non-functioning, and he appeared to be searching for help. The location and car condition were substantiated by the Ogle County detective, Mr. Doug Lockard. Detective Lockard also confirmed that the first thing our father said was that he was trying to get to the airport for a trip. Guys, you could stay on People.com as this story continues to develop. Well, guys, it's been over 20 years since Ellen DeGeneres came out as a lesbian, but she still vividly remembers that milestone moment. The talk show host opening up to Dax Shepard on his Armchair Expert podcast, reflecting on her career and coming out in 1997, both on the cover of Time magazine and weeks after on her hit sitcom Ellen. Watch this.
I'm so afraid to tell people. I mean, Susan, I'm gay.
DeGeneres revealing to Shepherd that soon after that moment, advertisers stopped sponsoring the show, the network stopped promoting it, and it was eventually canceled. She goes on to say that there was so much talk about her being gay that people started getting sick of hearing about it. She even called out Elton John, saying, quote, "Even Elton John said, 'Shut up already, we know you're gay, be funny.'" She goes on to say, "I had never met him, and I thought, what kind of support is that from a gay person? But everybody assumed I was just nonstop talking about it. It hurt my feelings." DeGeneres adds that she struggled with jokes being made at her expense on every late night show, saying that the mixture of the show being canceled and the constant ridicule made her feel depressed. She tells Shepherd that no one would touch her. She had no agent, no possibility of a job. But thankfully, we all know that her luck did turn around, and 5 years later, the comedian landed that daytime talk show. The rest, of course, is history, and now she's just running things on
Yeah,
daytime.
that makes me kind of sad, though, to think that she was depressed after all of that and people ridiculing her like that.
Yeah, well, it's great.
I love Ellen.
Also amazing to see how the sort of public sentiment has changed in
yeah.
a relatively short period of time from one extreme there.
Completely changed
Yeah.
her world. All right, let's check in on our question of the day. We are asking you what D name Chip and Joanna Gaines should pick for their baby boy.
Look like we've got 2 more votes for Donovan, by the way.
Okay.
Twitter user Sharon and Lisa both agree. I like Donovan better than
You know,
Dragon.
I like, better than Dragon. I like the name Dakota.
Oh, I love that name, actually.
I love the name
Yeah,
Dakota.
it's really nice.
I think that's a good, I'm proud of myself. I invented the name.
Chip and Joanna, listen up.
Name Dakota.
Okay, also this. Rapper Drake is trending on Twitter today. It's not for his music, it's for his gamer skills. I love this. He set a new record Thursday morning while playing the massively popular game Fortnite on the online video streaming service Twitch. Now, on the Twitch website, you can actually watch along as people play these games, in case you're not familiar with it. Hundreds of thousands of fans tune in every single day. It's kind of a big deal, and it's amazing that this is a thing.
Yeah.
It was an even bigger deal when the rapper joined in on the action.
Yeah, so Drake and popular streamer known as Ninja teamed up a little after midnight on Thursday to take on the game together, and over 600,000 people tuned in to watch it all go down. That's so many people.
It's incredible. Before long, the rapper and Kylie Jenner's beau Travis Scott and Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster joined Drake and Ninja for maybe the most epic game night ever. Twitter could not handle it.
Yeah, Froy next door writing Drake and Ninja playing Fortnite together is the weirdest thing I didn't know I wanted.
Look at the dog. Why is that? Kim.com, who was also playing the game last night, putting it into perspective for us. This is the world's largest stadium, fitting 150,000 people. 4 of these stadiums were watching Ninja, Drake, and I playing a video game on Twitch last night. That's absolutely insane.
It is really insane. And Twitter user Mr. Clickbait joking, everyone is acting like they just witnessed the second coming of Christ because Drake played Fortnite with Ninja.
Yeah, well, people get very excited about these things. Viewers also learned a lot about Drake during that live stream. And just in case you were curious, here's what we learned. Drake plays the game using a PlayStation 4.
Okay, he was snacking on pizza while he played.
Yeah, Drake's thoughts on pineapple pizza. He says, quote, he enjoys it.
Okay, he also confirmed he's vegetarian.
Now you know, guys.
A lot of things, yeah.
Things I didn't know.
Another thing I know is that it's another D name. Now I'm just gonna think of all the D names. Drake.
Drake, Dragon, Dakota.
Dragon. All right.
Keep the comments coming in. The D names, everything else. We'll check in with you again soon. But first, Andrea, more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, Jeremy, we're keeping up with the entire Kardashian Jenner universe in today's edition of Star Treks. Kim Kardashian's ex-assistant Stephanie Shepard is stepping out from behind the scenes and into the spotlight after landing her own modeling job. She is the new face of 8 Other Reasons. It's a trendy bohemian jewelry line and the star of their newest campaign for the Woman Collection. It features statement-making earrings, necklaces, rings, and more, all for $100 or less. As you can see by Steph's confidence in front of the camera, it seems she's made the transition to being a full-fledged influencer. Now, this glow-up comes just months after she and Kardashian West parted ways late last year. A source says Shepard wanted to expand her role in Kim's businesses, and it didn't work out. The source also adding that while she's still close with the other sisters, Stephanie and Kim are, quote, not friends now. Makes me wonder what Kim thinks of all of this.
Me too.
Kendall Jenner is not afraid to keep her dating life private. The 22-year-old supermodel graces the cover of Vogue's April 2018 issue, where she refuses to confirm or deny her relationship with Detroit Pistons forward Blake Griffin. Now, the model and reality star likes to keep her life as private as possible, but coyly tells the fashion mag, I'm happy. He's very nice. I have someone being very nice to me. I don't know. We think there might be more than just friends going on here. Hey, what do we know? The Kardashian Jenner also addressed long long-circulated rumors that she's gay, suggesting the gossip most likely stems from her low-key approach to dating. Much different than her famous family, Jenner explains, "I'm not like my other sisters. It was a thing for a minute because no one ever saw me with a guy. I would always go that extra mile to be low-key." Well, the model says she doesn't think she has a bisexual or gay bone in her body, but makes sure to note she's not against the experience, adding, quote, "I have a tough energy. I move differently. But to answer your question, I'm not gay. I have literally nothing to hide. I would never hide something like that." And when it comes to newborn niece Stormi Webster, the reality star admits it's been different watching Kylie become a mom than her other siblings, explaining, "It's not that it's more exciting than any other births in the family. It's different exciting because she's my baby sister who I grew up with. It's already made us even closer." But even though Stormi has strengthened the sisters' bond, don't expect Kendall to be starting a family of her own anytime soon. She tells Vogue she's definitely ready to wait, adding, "I want to have kids, but at like 28 or 29. Well, you do you, Kendall. Kendall Jenner's Vogue cover story hits newsstands March 27th. Well, the press tour didn't stop at Vogue. Kendall Jenner dropped by the Ellen DeGeneres show where she showed off her new Meow lip tattoo, revealing it was a spur-of-the-moment drunken decision. Here's what she said.
It was literally the first thing that came to my mind. I don't know, just like my drunk thoughts.
You were drunk and someone said, "Do you want a tattoo?" We went, meow. Like, meow.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it would have been a good place to put something. I mean, it is something I don't want said. Never mind. Forget it. I was gonna say like a boyfriend's name or something, and I'm like, well, it is something.
There you go.
I think Meow is much better than having a boyfriend's name on your.
Yeah, that was totally the mislogic there.
Yes.
Meow's actually kind of cute.
I think it's kind of cute. I like it. Those are your Star Tracks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. This Is Us star Jon Huertas is revealing what we can expect from season 3 and what it's like to act opposite Mandy Moore. Plus, Oscar winner Alicia Vikander talks about the craziest way she let off some steam while filming her new movie, Tomb Raider. That is all coming up, but first this.
Yeah, they say a pic is worth 1,000 words or just one annoying laugh from the 90s. Do you remember this?
Yes, we all remember Janice and her infamous chuckle. The Friends character became a recognizable face of the hit series, so much so that her memorable laugh and shudder-inducing mannerisms still haunt viewers to this very day.
Yeah, this photo is now going viral after Friends fans near and far have come together to seek comfort after claiming the voice from sitcoms past has returned to torment our eardrums.
Yeah, people are claiming that they can actually hear Janice's laugh radiating from this photo. Can you hear it?
I can kind of hear it.
Wait, hold on. One more. Okay, yeah, we put that in.
Yeah, Twitter is absolutely correct. The photo has a hidden Janice laugh track, I think. Can you do it?
No, you did it earlier. Yes, it's something like that.
Sounds kind of like a goat. I don't know.
Exactly right. That's why it's so disturbing. And people are disturbed about the whole thing. One user tweeting, "I hear her laugh from this picture. It's literally making me squirm. If I had her laugh as my alarm clock, I'd never be late because I'd jump out of bed and out of the house."
Oh, burn. Another pleading with the Twitterverse saying, "Why does this photo hurt my ears? Make it stop."
Even people who don't remember Janice or hearing the laugh, this user writing, "I was just idling, staring at the screen. I saw this picture. An annoying laugh akin to Fran Drescher's filled my head. WTF, I barely remember this character. How?" It's all kind of a mystery.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this Netflix account also claims to hear Chandler, Janice's ex, squirming in the background. I feel like we can kind of hear that too. Looks like the TV gods have cursed us with this photo. I think we should just move on before the laugh gets stuck in our heads for the rest of eternity.
I think it's already happened, at least for today. All right, guys, country star Scotty McCreery is a soon-to-be married man. He can't stop gushing about his fiancée.
She's awesome. She's my rock, and she's my biggest cheerleader, but she's also like my biggest humbler, if you could say that. So
that's good. That's important.
It is. I mean, I can come home from a #1 album or have 3 sold-out shows on the road on the road, and she'll say, "Go take out the trash," and all that stuff. So she's good for me in that aspect, and she's just always there for me. Doesn't matter how the career life's going.
Yeah, nothing like the love of your life reminding you to take out the trash. Keeps you humble. 24-year-old Scotty McCreery is enjoying every bit of his engagement.
Yeah, and get used to it too, pal.
Yeah.
Former American Idol winner proposed to longtime girlfriend in the mountains of North Carolina, and although he admits he initially got lost in the way to his proposal spot, he did make up for it by writing a song for his fiancée.
Yeah, the new track is called This Is It and was inspired by the couple's mountaintop engagement. Scotty explained Gooby's priceless reaction after she listened for the very first time, so fair warning, it's pretty adorable.
This is it, this is now, this is what I've been talking about.
Yeah, so we got back from our hike, got back from the proposal, and she said yes, and it was awesome. And she thought it was just going to be me and her weekend in the mountains just hanging out. But I had planned for her family to meet us, my family to meet us. Her sister lives in Oklahoma, and I'd flown her in to meet us. And so we got back, and she just completely freaked out and lost it and was crying. And so once that all kind of settled down, I sat her down and said, well, I wrote a song for this and for you, and played it for the whole family, and there were tears again. So that was her first time hearing it.
Yeah, really sweet. It seems like Scotty has things all figured out. When it comes to the actual wedding, he even has a few special requests.
I think we're going to try and have, instead of like a big wedding cake, which we'll have a wedding cake, but instead of that for all the guests, we're going to have like southern pies, like apple pie and
That's
like
amazing.
chocolate chess pie and different stuff like that. So that's going to be one thing. And two, her cousin got married last year in Louisiana, and her husband played golf the day of their wedding. So I was like, that's a great idea. So I think I might play a little golf the morning of. So just to kind of take my mind off of things, and I'm sure I'll be nervous. She's definitely taken, on the heavy lifting. She's done a lot of that, and invites and flowers and all that stuff, which I don't know too much about. But catering and taste testing, I can help with that, and getting all the wine straight. So we're getting there.
Golf on your wedding day sounds like a pretty good idea.
I don't think
You don't think so?
No, maybe really early round, but I would be too worried something would happen. Like something would go wrong.
I don't know. It's golfing.
Too much. Do it the day before and then be focused on the wedding the day of. That's for me.
All right.
All right, so we're not too sure about the guest list, but we are hoping Scotty's American Idol judge Jennifer Lopez will make the cut. Is this wishful thinking?
Yeah, it might be wishful thinking on our part, but Scotty did say he still keeps in touch with the A-list superstar, revealing she's very sweet and down to earth.
I'll see her every now and then if I'm doing something in LA or whatever, but and she's sweet. I love J-Lo. She's so down to earth, as much like a diva she is, like on TV and everything. Like, she always has her mom with her and like helps ask her mom to tie her shoes and stuff when she was like backstage getting ready for the finale. And I was like, she's so normal, but she's so cool. So.
Does she remember you and you bump into her?
Well, see,
that'd be like the dream, to have J-Lo remember you by name.
Yeah, she's my girl. The last time we were out in LA, it was a bunch of us old idols and alum, and we were hanging out and we were waiting on Jennifer to film something, and she walked in the room. I was on the opposite side, but she looked out and she said, "Oh, hey, baby." She came over and gave me a hug, and we just hung out for a little bit. So she's very sweet.
Wow, J-Lo follows me on Twitter. I think she would probably react the same way if she saw me,
If she
right?
called me baby, if she said, "Hey, baby," to me, I would like melt into a puddle, and that would be the end of me.
Yeah.
I think it would be so amazing.
All right. Sadly, guys, more sad news in terms of like J-Lo not knowing us. And this is different, though. This Is Us, season 2, it's over. We have to wait months for our weekly cathartic cry at this point.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we can't stop talking about the epic season finale.
I just spoke to Jon Huertas, who plays Miguel, and yes, Jack's best friend who got together with Rebecca after his death. He's very cool.
Yeah, well, he knows he's not exactly the fan favorite, but he says season 3 will go into detail about how he and Rebecca eventually fell for each other.
He revealed to me what his dream storyline would be for Miguel.
I think I would love to see a scene between Miguel and the big three, where they give him their blessing to marry their mom. Because to me, that's very important to the story, is that the kids have allowed this relationship to happen. Regardless of them being super comfortable with it, I would just love to see that scene, because I think it would be a super emotional scene for Miguel, because I think that's what ultimately Miguel wants, is to be accepted.
Yeah, now, of course, Jon Huertas shoots most of his scenes with Mandy Moore.
Yeah, I asked him how he gets a smile on her face after shooting some of those really emotional scenes.
So yeah, I'll just throw a little improv in there between scenes, like right at the end. Usually it's right at the end of the scene. I let it breathe for like a beat, and then I'll just say something different than what was in the scene, something completely opposite of what the scene was about, and it usually makes her laugh. And I hopefully that lightens the mood if it's a little heavy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So whether or not she likes it, she at least laughs like she does. So, not a bad thing.
Yeah, she might laugh. She laughs in the moment. She might go and she might go away and say, "That stupid Jon was always playing around."
It seems like they all have a really great relationship on that set. The other interesting thing, my wife and I loved him on Castle, the TV series, and he said that he actually got more recognition from that than he does from This Is Us, because he's the makeup and everything.
This Is Us, he's aged up.
Right.
So I wouldn't maybe recognize him from This Is Us.
Isn't that sort of surprising? I don't know, I was surprised by that.
Yeah, no, me too.
Anyway.
Of course, everyone's talking about that one specific flash forward at the end of the finale between Randall and his daughter Tess.
Yeah, This Is Us viewers are coming up with fan theories as to who the her is that they reference, saying they have to go visit her. That's what happened in this
Well, Jon
show.
Huertas has his fan theory as to who her is. Watch.
I think it should be Beth. I think that there should, have been something. It's almost like the, it's serendipitous, kind of with Mandy and Kate, or Rebecca and Kate, and their relationship, how it was strained, and then, they're working that out over this 2-season kind of arc. And then I think it could be very similar to what Beth and her daughter's going through. I don't know. I think that would be the most obvious way to go. So maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I shouldn't use it, because This Is Us never does anything the obvious way. There's always a great twist.
Well, guys, Oscar winner Alicia Vikander plays Lara Croft. It's in the new reboot of Tomb Raider. As Lara Croft goes on the hunt for her missing father, she lands on an island that pushes her endurance and strength to the limit. We had to ask Alicia what the hardest part of the whole thing was. Watch.
Surprisingly, the toughest part was she's in a lot of water in this film. There's a lot of water sequences, and if they have water cannons being thrown at me and the rest of the cast, it's one thing, and then they put this huge, like 3-meter wide, fans on, and that means that by the time the water hits you, it's become like ice. So to stand there for hours in and hours after hours for a week is between, I think we had like 10 days in water or something. That was by far the most tricky.
Well, you see, folks, it is not all glitz and glamour, but it seems like Alicia is naturally drawn to danger because she did some other crazy stuff on her downtime.
Well, we shot this film in Cape Town. By the way, it's like probably the most beautiful place on earth. But they do, all of us in the crew were like, they had so much activities in that city. I really recommend to go there on holiday. But I went shark cage diving when I was there. Most people kind of go out and surf in these water. That I would find even more adventurous. I didn't do that. Yeah, that was pretty thrilling. And so you go under the water, and I think I saw about 5, 6 of them. And one of them suddenly just reappeared, and you just saw this eye passing.
Yeah, now that she's back from swimming with sharks, Alicia says that she's been catching up with her mom and opened up about the fun that they've been having together.
I have a few friends that have become very close to me out here that she's now met. So like yesterday we just went to their house and had takeout Thai food and hung out with their kids. And so that was nice. It's always nice when you feel like you travel, but you feel like you have your home away from home somewhere. Of course, when we were at the awards 2 years ago, to both see Isabelle Huppert, we saw, Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore. I did a film with Julianne, and I remember I walked past and they were like having a coffee together, and that was cool.
And we saw that movie. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, she's really, really good in it. And also, I just am a little jealous she got to swim with sharks. I think that's
that's really cool.
Ever.
Yeah, makes you want to go to Cape Town, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. All right, let's check in on the question of the day one last time. We want to know what D name you think Chip and Joanna Gaines should pick for their new bundle of joy. So maybe Dane, Donovan, or Deacon.
Chantel says Deacon. Mary says Dane. We've got votes all over the place now. Still none for Dragon.
Surprisingly, it's
which is
so
like a great,
shocking.
exactly right for a celebrity.
It actually is. Lauren says, I'm going rogue. They should name him Dylan.
Like that? Donna did too. She suggested Darcy.
Is Darcy a boy name or girl name?
Maybe that's the turn. Maybe that's the turn.
I only know Darcy's a girl name, so I feel like I'm not a fan of.
Imagine if it were like Darcy James Gaines. It kind of rhymes, and then he could go by James.
Like a tongue twister. Darcy James Gaines.
Chip and Joanna, we'll be billing you for this consultation on name strategy.
All right, guys, we'll be asking you a new question of the day tomorrow on People Now, so come back at 8:30.
Also coming up tomorrow, Riverdale star Skeet Ulrich chats about his co-stars Lili Reinhart, Cami Mendez, and what it's like working with former Disney star Cole Sprouse. Plus, the Alienist star Daniel Bruhl shares his hilarious way that his co-star Luke Evans lets loose after a long day of filming their show.
Yeah, thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from celeb chef Gina Neely. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Gina Neely, and this is one last thing. The last time I was starstruck, was when I ran into Lawrence Fishburne in New York in a bookstore, and I was like, oh, and he did this. I said, and that was it. My last big splurge was my trip to Rome. My last girls' night out was when I went to have crab cakes with my girlfriends and we went to see the Black Panther.
Don't freeze. I never freeze.
It was amazing, of course.